Bob, you'll have had many tributes over the past weeks and months, and I'm delighted to be able to add mine. I've worked and known you for a long time, and we worked together on the Oxford Inspires board. You were instrumental in helping Oxford Inspires merge with Visit Oxford to create Experience Oxfordshire. We served together on the early days of the Oxfordshire LEP. It was quite an interesting experience. You and the City Council were very helpful and enabling when we brought Access Sport to Oxford, a charity that supports young people into sport. That was a real collaboration between business and the Shrievalty on one hand, the City Council, the charity and Sporting on another. And when we were talking about setting up Reciprocate, Oxfordshire's responsible business group, we were supported, encouraged and helped by you. So really grateful for that. If you want a real measure of the way you're viewed, when I was coming out today, my wife asked what I was doing and I told her, and she said, "Ah, Bob Price. Now there's an honest and decent man."
Right, hi Bob, you've been a true gent in politics. It's been great working with you. Thanks for all your help and support over the years and being an ambassador for Oxford Bus Company, and may I wish you well for the next stage of your life. It's been great working with you and all the best.
I've had the privilege of knowing Bob for 20 years. I first came across him when I was a governor and then chairman of governors at Oxford Brookes University, and he was the human resources director, and I got to know Bob then as a man who does what he says he's going to do effectively when he says he's going to do it. And that, I think, is the leitmotif for the way in which he's handled his position as leader of our city council. He's been quite remarkable in that role, and I've had quite a lot to do with him as Lord Lieutenant over the period he's been leader of the city council. And again, Bob is the go-to person if you want something done. You give him a ring saying, "Bob, can you help?" And he says, "Yes, of course I can." And within 24 hours, he's back with a solution to the problem. He's been the most wonderful servant to Oxford City, making a huge contribution, and he is going to be very, very much missed. Bob, thank you for all that you've done. You've been a really remarkable public servant.
Hi Bob, just to say from me and everybody at the mini plant here in Oxford, thank you very much for your long and dedicated support towards our business. You've been engaged, interested and very consequent in the follow-up and everything you've done for us. So I'd like to personally thank you for that and wish you a long, happy and well-deserved retirement. Thanks.
Being one of the largest employers in Oxfordshire means it's integral for a company like Unipart to have a real partnership with the City Council. And that partnership has to be shaped by the leader. Bob, over the years, you've been a great friend to Unipart. You've been a leader in every fashion in the city, and we've really appreciated this strong relationship. On a personal level, I think the openness, the honesty and the integrity that you've shown in everything we've done together has been not only important to my company and to the companies that I work with, but to me personally. And so I wish you all the best on your retirement. I hope we will continue to stay in touch. And I just want to add to everyone else my thanks for all the commitment and the work you've given to this city over the many years. Best of luck.
Bob has been a champion for economic development in Oxford and Oxfordshire over the last 20 plus years. It's been my privilege to serve with him on a number of committees, and he will be greatly missed by both me and the rest of the business community.
Bob, you've been a creative and innovative local authority leader. Thank you for everything that you've done, not only for the city, but also for the county. And more importantly, from my point of view, thank you for continuing to champion the visitor economy, tourism and culture across the city and the county, and I'm sure you will continue to do so. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Bob, it's been a rare pleasure to work with you in so many different ways and at so many different places. At Oxford Brookes, of course, on the LEP, your roles in the City Council, the county and all over the place. And it's been a particular pleasure to be able to have some red conversations often when surrounded by a sea of blue. We will miss you.
Bob, on behalf of our board and indeed on myself, I just really wanted to thank you for the effort, the commitment and the leadership that you've shown over the last 5 years while I've been Chief Exec of the LEP. And I think there's been a real sea change in the way that we've been working, both with public and private sector. A lot of that's down to your commitment and your leadership and working across the local authority partners. So on our behalf, thanks very much. I'm sure you won't disappear, and I'm sure we'll be able to bring you back into some of our subgroup work over the next few years and look forward to further productive relationships. All the best. Cheers.
Well, hi Bob. I'm so glad to have the opportunity to join this film in thanking you for everything you've done for us all in the Cultural Centre and me personally over the many, many years from the very day I started at the Oxford Playhouse back in 1989 to today in 2018. I know I speak for all your friends and mine in the cultural sector who I know are standing behind me here in saying this. You recognise us as a driver of both the economy and well-being here in the city, and you yourself are an amazing driver, have been instrumental in many of the things that we've built up, from the Capital Culture bid, Oxford Inspires, the resurgence of the Playhouse, the building of the Story Museum, all that connecting the cultural sector with more disadvantaged communities in Oxford. And really, I was trying to think what to say, and I always think you turn up, you're everywhere. And you don't just turn up for the sake of it when you're with us in whatever meeting we're in a big conference or a small meeting. You're very present, and that's a very special quality, and we will miss you in your formal role, but I kind of know I'll see you tomorrow somewhere at an event here at the Story Museum or somewhere in Oxford. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Hi Bob. It's been great to work with you over the past few years on Oxlep and on City Deal and on all of the other intriguing and interesting projects that we've done together. It's been great to have your support in building the regional innovation ecosystem, and thanks very much for what you've done to support the university in its aspirations. Best wishes for the next phase of your life. I hope you'll have a chance to get out on the bike in what passes for the British summer. Best wishes.
Hi Bob. You were the first person to invite me to a focus group to look at the wider economy of Oxford and invite the university to contribute. And you were the first person, I think, who then, off the back of this realisation that everybody had that innovation was the key to economic growth, to challenge everybody to action. And so it's been a real pleasure to work with you over the years, building an innovation ecosystem, thinking about how the university engages with the Oxford economy. And it's been fun to do because it's clear that you care about it, and it's clear that you are committed to doing something about it. You taught me other things. Always read the papers before a meeting and make sure you understand the details. And I've enjoyed your company on this journey. Really sorry that you're not going to be here on a regular basis, but hopefully see you around.
Bob, it's been an absolute pleasure putting this video together for you. We've had a lot of fun meeting all of the people that have given you all this fantastic and well-deserved praise. And on our behalf, thank you to you for your support for B4 and for BIO. The event obviously wouldn't have happened without your original vision, and we've just taken that on and hopefully executed it as you originally imagined. Thank you very much for everything you've done for us, and we look forward to working with you long into the future. And we will get a hard copy of the video over to you with our thanks so that you can watch it over and over and over again. Thanks very much, Bob. All the best.